Thank you so much for that great introduction, Paula. 3 years ago, my family made a completely out of character decision. We were going to become a winter sport family. My son, who was 9 at the time, had already been snowboarding for a year and loved it. And my husband and I were like, you know what? We're not going to be chalet parents. We're going to be on the slope parents. Now, the reason why this was like an out of character decision is because we had never been winter sport people. Like, we hadn't been sport people. We hadn't been winter people. I mean, I guess I did like half a ski lesson in my early 20s, and then I got shin splints and I got tired and it was cold. I wanted to drink in the chalet instead, so I just left. So this is why this was a completely out of character decision, but we were going to do this. Our son showed us the way. He was a snowboarder. My daughter picked skiing because her friends were skiers, and apparently that's how 10-year-old girls make decisions. I don't know. And then my husband and I also decided that we would be snowboarders. I don't really remember why. I'm pretty sure it's because I thought it looked cool, and I was about to turn 40. So I was like gripping on to cool. Like, guys, I was Googling cool cars for women and ended up with a Volvo. But don't laugh. They are reliable and safe, and they got a makeover, and they are sexy. So we got our gear. We signed up for our lessons, and my life as a snowboarder began. Okay, spoiler alert, this is not going to be like one of those inspirational talks where I tell you how I found my passion for snowboarding and met all of these like snowboarding soul sisters and we like tour the world snowboarding. No, I quit. Like, I started to snowboard, did a season, started the second season, and then I quit. So it's not that kind of inspirational talk. However, it is the type of talk where I'm going to share with you the things that I learned on the bunny hill, because I didn't leave the bunny hill because the other hill was really big and it was scary. And I don't know why people go up there. So the first thing that I learned on the bunny hill was that, again, remember I was about to turn 40. I was very reflective. So I'm up on the bunny hill and I realized I have been living my life kind of an automatic pilot. I woke up, I had the same thing for breakfast every day. I went to work, I hung out with my kids. I watched a real estate show about people moving to a tropical island because that's really what I want to do. I'd go to bed and then I'd do the same thing again. And there is nothing like trying something terrifying that will shake you out of automatic pilot. Because all of a sudden I had all these feelings and I had all these fears and anxieties, and there was like things happening in my body, like muscles I didn't know that I had, and they were hurting. And I realized that up until being on the bunny hill, that I had been living an automatic pilot and I wasn't connected to my own experiences, which, you know, Paula mentioned I'm a psychologist, and I kind of tell everyone that I work with, you know, be connected, be aware, be in the present moment. And I totally wasn't doing that. And up on that bunny hill, even before I got on the bunny hill, the anxiety, the fear, apparently my stomach does all sorts of crazy things when I'm really nervous, and doing something scary, even with all that awareness. So that was my first lesson on the bunny hill. Second lesson on the bunny hill was that I had totally forgot how to have fun. Again, remember, I'm Googling Volvos, for God's sake. So there was so little fun in my life. And while, yes, the snowboarding part, not so fun, except when I got to like the bottom of the hill and I was slowing down. That was really fun. because as I also discovered to myself, I don't like speed and I don't like going downhill. So getting to the bottom of the hill was really fun. But some of the things that were super fun was hanging out in the chalet, because again, chalet parents totally know what they're doing because it is fun up there. Meeting people. I'd gone to a ladies' day at Bowler Mountain, and there was like this amazing chef working there. So the food was amazing. And I met these amazing women, and they were all skiers and snowboarders. So good luck to them. But I had fun, and I realized I need to have more fun in my life. And sometimes my fun looks like standing on a stage, and I want to do that as much as possible. And sometimes fun looks to me like reading a book with my cats on my couch. That's fun to me. But I needed to prioritize fun in my life. The last thing that I learned on the bunny hill is you never know what you're going to find outside of your comfort zone. So I gave it the college try. I did a whole season of snowboarding. I came back the second season, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not snowboarding. Maybe it's skiing. Maybe that is really what I need to do. So I signed myself up for a ski lesson, and turns out skiing wasn't the thing either. But during that lesson, I realized, because I kept falling, how weak I was, and that I had a lot of problems like getting up, which made me reflect like, woman, you need to go to the gym or do something because this is not cool. And so the very next day after my ski lesson, I looked up fitness studios, and I was very intrigued by bar, that you like, not going to the bar. I mean, that's fun, but this was like fitness bar where you actually are like at a ballet bar and do all sorts of things. And so I signed up for bar the very next day, and I loved it. And I met wonderful people there. And for the first time in my life, I consistently showed up for myself and had fun and enjoyed it. And if it hadn't been for the snowboarding to the skiing, I would have never found that in my life. So unfortunately, then the pandemic hit, and then my fitness studio closed down, and now I have to find a new thing, but that's okay. But if it hadn't been for snowboarding to skiing to bar, I would have never found that. So you never know what lies beyond your comfort zone. And sometimes what looks like a failure, because I could have beat myself up and said like, I suck, I can't snowboard, but I didn't. And that's the beauty of going outside of your comfort zone, that maybe it's not that thing that's for you, but it's something else. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to me while I have my fun. If you are a snowboarder, skier, have a great season. I'll be in the chalet. Thank you.